Hi everyone, this is Dr. Leland. Today's topic is dun, 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 it is APA, the minimum expectations I need from you when it comes to APA in your paper when you submit it, okay? So I will show you my desktop. Ta-da! Okay, so let's go ahead and we're not gonna do that. Let's go ahead and actually look at APA. So APA from Purdue University is what I use. I'll give you the link, so don't worry about the link. Let's go ahead and do the general format and let's read up a little bit, okay? So your essay should be typed double space on standard size 8.5 by 11 with margins on all sides at 1 inch, okay? Include a page header, including running head. We don't do that. APA 7th, we don't need that. But let's talk about the major paper sections. So there are 4: title page, abstract, main body, and reference page. In my class, you do not need to do an abstract. Unless you're in my master thesis class, then you don't need to do that. So I need a title page, the main body, and the references. Okay, we're going to talk about in-text citations. We're going to talk about a little bit of the rules as well on seriations and numbers and all of that good stuff. Okay, so let's keep it simple and just read it more. So in your title page, remember there's 3 sections, there's 4, but I only need 3 from you. Title page should contain a title of the paper, the author's name, institution, author's note. We do not need an author's note in my class, a course number, my name, and then assignment due date, okay? So it will look like this: page number, title, then of course your first name, the university, the class, my name, and the due date. This is, I already created this, but I'm gonna walk you through how to do it and format, okay? So you're gonna do insert, you're gonna click insert on Word. You're gonna go to page numbers right here. Then in there, you're gonna use top page and you're gonna do right, okay? And hit OK, and look, it's already in here. Every single page that has, it will automatically have your page number, okay? So now let's create the title. Now remember the title, right? We are going to need what? The title, the author's name, no author's note needed, course number, course name, instructor's name, and assignment due date. But first, you have to look at this to format. Click Format, you go Documents, and top, bottom, left, right, they're all 1 inch. Okay, click OK. Go back again to Format, click Paragraph. Make sure this is double, not single space. Okay, and that's it. Then you'll be in here. You see that little blinking line? You're going to count 4 down. 1, 2, 3. Let's go back at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th down is your title. The title is bold, the title of your paper. Make it interesting, okay? That I want to read your paper. I know, I put this is an APA sample paper. Really not interesting, but that's the title I put for now. From there, you have 2 spaces. 1, 2, student's name, your university's name, the class that you're in with me. This is just a sample. Business Startup Strategies, BSM 150, my name, Dr. Constance Leland, and the due date of when your paper is submitted. Now we are done with the title page. This is called a title page. Congratulations, you just finished your title page. Go to the next page and you should have an automatic page number. Now keep in mind that this title, this is an APA sample paper, is the same as this title. Has to be the same, okay? Now, most of your sentences will start like that. You just hit 1 tab and it will be indented to the right, 0.05. The first sentence of your paper has to be something really exciting that makes me want to read your paper, something juicy that I really want to read your paper, right? Now, remember that when an assignment says, give me a paragraph, a minimum paragraph is 3 to 5 sentences, okay? Do not put italicize, do not put bullets, do not underline, random boldness, that is an error, okay? So The second, so this one is the first sentence. There's already a second sentence. The last sentence is on this paragraph for me is the third sentence. Sometimes you can have 5 to 7 sentences in here, but keep in mind 3 to 5 is ideal. The last sentence of your first paragraph should be your thesis statement. A thesis statement is introducing to your reader what your paper is all about. Something for them to like kind of stage, like, oh, what am I going to read, right? Something exciting. Well, in this paper, I literally just said this paper will cover level headings, in-text citations, and references, okay? So that's what the paper is all about. Now, keep in mind, this is called level heading 1. Let's go ahead and go to level heading. So on the left side, find that says level headings. Let's take a look. APA headings and seriation. Click on that. This is APA level headings, level heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're probably saying, whoa, what? Level heading 1 is center, bold, title case heading. This is a sample of a level heading 1. Okay? Now, within that level heading, give me 3 to 5 sentences that explains and kind of stage again to the next level heading. This is level heading 2. If you notice, it is flash left, boldface, title case heading. It literally shows you an example of it. Okay? Now, level heading 2 is this. Level heading 3 is italicized, bold, and still flash left, right? Look, flash left, bold, italic, title case heading. And usually, you stops at level heading 3. So you don't have to worry about knowing the 4 or 5. But if you do, it is here. You indent it, boldface, title case heading with a period at the end. And level heading 5 is indented to the right, italicized, bold, with a period at the end. Okay? Pretty easy, right? Right. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to in-text citations. Just because you slap in a reference link and call it a day for APA. That is not how it works. And if you borrow someone's thoughts and you don't have in-text citations, you are plagiarizing your work. Okay, and we don't take plagiarism very kindly. Okay, we are in academics, therefore integrity is at most at 100%. So let's talk about 2 ways that you can do in-text citations. The first one I gave you is actually an in-text citations. If you see a quotation marks, anytime I see in your paper there's a quotation marks, I'm expecting that you're giving me words that are copied word for word for word from an author. And after that sentence, after that quotation marks, I should see an in-text citations. That means within the text citations. So this is word for word. So let's find that. I believe it's under here. Okay, so it says, I said para number 5. So let's look at paragraph. That's what it means. So this is constitute level heading 1. I'm sorry, paragraph 1. This entire thing is paragraph 2. This entire thing is paragraph 3. This entire thing is paragraph 4, and this is paragraph 5. And there it is, right? If you look, it's the same exact word. Special headings called, section levels are used for, right? Section papers always new page. I literally copied it word for word. Now, if I copy that, I didn't put quotation marks and I didn't put in-text citations, that is plagiarism, okay? And I do have a software that I use to look at your submission. So please avoid plagiarism by knowing how to do in-text citations, okay? So because we copied it word for word, we put quotation marks. Anytime I see quotation marks, what's next? That expectation is there is an in-text citation. And you're probably saying, hey, Dr. Leland, how do you do in-text citations? You go by the author's last name and the year that it was written and page number if it's a book, and usually if it's an article or like this, there's no article, you go by paragraph, para number 5. You saw it, right? And you're like, well, how do I know how to do in-text citations? This is how you do, right? This is the basic of in-text citations of authors, meaning that if you were actually borrowing someone's thoughts and there's actually an author, then you would put it. So let's see an example here. Let's do an example. Let's go to Google. Let's see business entrepreneurship today. Let's take a look if there's an author in this one. Nope, this one doesn't have an author. I'm trying to see if I can find an article that has an, okay. This one is a perfect perfect example. So let's say that you are quoting this guy, Tejas Vemparala, okay? And so let's say that we're copying this word for word right here. Let's just pretend, right? So let's pretend that we're copying this word. We can do two things. I'm going to actually do both in here. So I'm going to say, according to, who's the author? Vemparala. I can do here with the year. Let's take a look at the year. It was written right here is 2023, 2023, comma, and quotation marks. I'm going to dump it. Okay, so I want to make sure that I have the same. So we're going to do Times New Roman. And we're going to do 12. Okay, we don't need this title difference though. So we're going to do, I think there's a link in here. Hold on one second. Is there a hyperlink in there? There is a hyperlink. Remove link. So we don't have that. Okay, so there it is. So we're going to put a quotation mark, right? And because it's a copied word for word, we need to see where did we copy it from here. So this is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, this is paragraph 3. So you're going to do parentheses, paragraph number 3. Okay? Another way of doing it is you could technically just take this year and put it in here, 2023, comma, right? You could do that. Now, let's say that you are actually doing a viewpoints, like summarizing what he said, right? So let's read. If you're thinking about starting a business, you should be considering whether your idea fills a need in the way people lived. So in order for you to create a business and start one, you should think about how to fill a need based on what people or how people lived. Okay, that's not your original thought. You know you copied it from Vamparella. Okay, so because it's a summary, you just basically put it in here, okay? Hit a period in there. Actually, you can parentheses. You go Vamparella, comma, you do 2023, right? Period. 2023 is coming from here. See this? Staff writer updated March 8, 2023. That's where it's coming from. Okay, so these are the two ways that you can do in-text citations. Okay, this is from the article. This first one I have is from a university or a company. So if it's a company, you put the company's name, right? Due date and ND and para. Now here is a in-text citations if it has an author. Okay, remember this. This is your friend right here. You could actually say like, okay, well, what if it's coming from a book? Then you're gonna look, how is it? Edited book, no author, edited book with an author or authors. Then this is how you would do in-text citations. It literally tells you and gives you an example of how to do it. All right. Here's the one thing that I wanted to talk to you about as well is numbers and statistics, right? Especially in my accounting class. Any number right here, any number 0 to 9 in the paper, you have to spell it out. Notice level heading 2 is spelled out, level heading 3 is spelled out, level heading 1 over here is spelled out, right? Any numbers less than 10, you need to spell the numbers out. Okay, now let's talk about conclusion. We talked about in-text citations, right? In my master thesis statement, it really talks about citations. Now, conclusion is at the end. Conclusion is a summary of your entire paper, right? Do not introduce new concepts or any quotes or viewpoints other than your own. Okay, this is more of like your own comments about your paper, and end it with food for thought and future research needed if need be. It's important for you to stick to your paper's takeaway. What do you want the people to take away from in your paper? That is a conclusion, and it's a must in your paper. Reference is the third part, and you can't put it on the same page as your main paper. Reference has its own page. You have to have a dedicated page. Now, let's say that this is me, in my class for BSM 120. You put my last name, Leland C. Introduction to Accounting is today's lecture. So that's what you put in there. The class, BSM 120. The college, Loras College. Exact URL is coming from here. So if this is the lecture right here, you would just right click, copy, and dump it here. Notice the first line is not indented. Second and third line is the only one indented. So let's talk about this. Okay, how are we going to do citations for referencing this? Okay, we did in-text citations. Now, letter V, last name, is after what? L, and definitely after P, right? So let's do that. So we're going to do Vim. Oh, oh, why is it in blue? Let's black. There you go. So Vim, hold on one second, the last name. Okay, Vim Parala, comma, T is the first name, comma, there's a year, 20 year, and it is 26. Okay, and exact L, we're gonna copy it and we're gonna paste it. Now notice you're like, well, how am I gonna make this right? You could do formatting, but this is easier for me. You just do it, tab, then go back on the top. It should work for you. Then hit enter and voila. Okay. So notice that the references order LMOPQRUV. L for P for V. That's how you do. Please email me anytime. All right. Have a fantastic day. Welcome to class, and I will see you soon. Bye. Thank you for watching.